Okay, so you're out there hustling, always looking for that next opportunity, right? Well, get this. Today's deep dive is all about unique side hustles that can bring in some serious cash. We dug into insights from two YouTube entrepreneurs, Joshua Mayo and Ali Abdal, and let me tell you, some of these ideas are seriously creative.
It's fascinating how these entrepreneurs highlight a shift in how we think about income. It's not just about finding a traditional job anymore, it's about leveraging your skills and digital platforms in entirely new ways.
Exactly. We're talking about those way people pay for that kind of hustles.
Hmm.
And our first deep dive takes us into the surprisingly lucrative and kind of icky world of professional trash can cleaning.
Before you say ew, think about it. Convenience is a powerful motivator. No one likes scrubbing a grime-infested trash can, but everyone...
It's that out of sight, out of mind thing, right? Once the trash can is clean, you don't have to think about it again until trash day. And the best part for someone looking for a side hustle, Mayo says the startup costs are minimal. You need a pressure washer, some soap, and some flyers. You're not exactly breaking the bank here.
It's a low barrier to entry with the potential for a solid return. Think about it, if you're charging $35 per can for a monthly cleaning, and you clean just 4 cans an hour, that's over $100. This really illustrates how profitable it can be when you address a need that people are willing to pay to avoid.
This could also be a great example of finding an underserved market in your local area. You might be surprised at what chores people are happy to pay someone else to do. But for now, let's move on from trash cans to something a little more artsy.
From sanitation to aesthetics, always love the variety we find in these deep dives.
All right, so picture this: you selling artwork online, but you don't actually have to be the one painting or drawing. Mayo stumbled upon a gold mine while he was browsing. Etsy, tons of sellers are using print-on-demand services to create and ship artwork. They're basically the creative directors of their own little art businesses.
And this side hustle cleverly combines several trends. We're seeing the increasing demand for personalized decor, the low barrier to entry for online businesses, and the rise of platforms like Printify that handle all the messy production and shipping logistics.
It's brilliant, really. Mayo specifically mentioned these motivational canvases he found on Etsy, the ones with inspirational quotes or definitions. And get this, they were selling for anywhere from $600 to over $3,000 for a canvas print.
Hmm.
It's amazing what people are willing to pay if you can tap into the right niche.
Absolutely. It demonstrates the power of effective marketing and understanding your target audience's desires. You're not just selling a product, you're selling a feeling and idea.
Exactly. And the process itself seems pretty straightforward. You can find tons of free, high-resolution images on sites like Unsplash. Add some unique flair with Photoshop actions. Envato Elements is a popular source for those.
Yeah.
And then connect with a platform like Printify, and they'll handle everything from printing to packaging to shipping. It really streamlines the entire process.
It's amazing how accessible these tools have become, allowing practically anyone to tap into their creative potential and potentially build a profitable side hustle around it.
From trash cans to canvases, there really does seem to be a side hustle out there for everyone. But hold on to your hats, because this next one is really interesting.
Oh, you've piqued my curiosity. Do tell, do tell.
Okay, so imagine getting paid to create video reviews of products on Amazon. And I'm not talking about some shady scheme here. This is a legitimate way to earn commissions by tapping into the world of online reviews.
This sounds intriguing. I can see how video reviews would be especially effective in today's world. People rely so much on visual information, especially when making purchasing decisions.
Exactly. And it plays right into the whole influencer marketing trend. You're basically becoming a trusted source of information for your viewers, guiding their buying decisions with your recommendations and product demonstrations. Kind of like that friend everyone goes to for advice on what to buy.
Precisely. And you're leveraging the power of a platform like Amazon, which already has a massive built-in audience of potential customers. It's a brilliant strategy for reaching a targeted market at a crucial decision-making point.
Right, it's like you're meeting them right when they're about to hit that buy now button. Mayo used examples like Bose headphones and the Apple AirPods Max to show just how much earning potential there is. Imagine even a small percentage of those hundreds of thousands of potential buyers watching your review and deciding to make a purchase.
The earning potential can be significant, especially for those who consistently deliver high-quality, engaging video reviews.
Now I know what you might be thinking. Don't I have to buy all these products to review them? Well, here's the interesting part. You can absolutely buy, review, and then return, as long as you stay within Amazon's return policy, of course.
It's a clever workaround, but always essential to stay on the right side of those terms and conditions. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. Always good to stay ethically sound. Speaking of which, let's move on to a side hustle strategy that often gets a bad rap. But with the right approach, It can be incredibly lucrative reselling. Before you think garage sale, remember, this is the digital age we're talking about.
Ah, yes, the classic buy low, sell high model, a tale as old as time.
Exactly. But instead of dusting attics and flea markets, we're talking about sourcing products online and reselling them for a profit.
Mhm.
And it can be surprisingly lucrative. Mayo tells a story about a dental assistant who actually built a six-figure business in just 6 months doing this. She was sourcing products from AliExpress and then reselling them on Etsy.
Now, that's an inspiring story of entrepreneurial spirit, and it speaks to the importance of market research. It's not just about finding something cheap and marking it up. You have to understand what people actually want and where they're looking to buy it.
Exactly. It's about finding those products with high demand, but low competition. Mayo used the example of Mickey Mouse ears, those iconic ears you see everywhere. By using tools like Etsy and Google Trends, you can see that these are incredibly popular. There's consistent high search volume and thousands of sales happening every month.
Excellent point. Those platforms provide invaluable data for identifying potential product niches.
Right, so you find those Mickey Mouse ears at a much lower price on AliExpress. Set up your Etsy shop, optimize your listings for maximum visibility. Keywords are key. And there you have it, a potential gold mine.
It's fascinating how the interconnectedness of the global marketplace has created these kinds of opportunities. You're essentially bridging the gap between a supplier and a consumer base that might not otherwise have found each other.
And the best part is, that's just the tip of the side hustle. Iceberg. Ali Dahl, another entrepreneurial YouTuber we researched, shared a ton of other side hustle ideas that are definitely worth exploring.
The variety is truly impressive. It really goes to show that there truly is a side hustle out there for practically anyone, regardless of their skills or interests. It's about finding that sweet spot where your abilities align with a market need.
Absolutely. And remember, it's not about being good at everything. It's about finding your niche, your zone of genius.
A sentiment I wholeheartedly endorse. So tell me, what other intriguing side hustle avenues has Mr. Abdal unveiled?
We'll get ready for a rapid fire round because Abdal had a whole bunch of ideas. First up, we're talking about the power of words becoming a freelance writer. That's a
Yes.
fantastic way to leverage those communication skills you've been honing, right?
And it's such a broad field, isn't it? You could write website, copy blog posts, even ghostwrite entire books. There's so many niches to explore.
Exactly. And the demand for well-written content is only increasing as more and more businesses are trying to build their online presence.
Absolutely. And you know what pairs perfectly with that content curation?
Oh, that's a good one.
Think about it. In this age of information overload, being able to sift through all the noise and deliver highly relevant, curated information, that's a valuable skill.
It's true. People are overwhelmed with information. Imagine creating newsletters or resource hubs that deliver those golden nuggets of insight to a specific audience. It's like being a knowledge DJ.
Precisely. You're adding value not just by finding the information, but by organizing and contextualizing it, making it more digestible and actionable.
Now, if you're someone who loves digging into research, becoming a virtual research assistant could be a great fit.
It's a role tailor-made for those who enjoy unearthing those hidden gems of information. And with so many content creators and businesses needing in-depth research, the market is definitely there.
And let's not forget about the world of sales. Becoming a remote sales representative is another path worth considering.
Especially now that so many companies are embracing remote work, and sales are the lifeblood of any successful business, wouldn't you say?
100%. If you're a natural communicator, love connecting with people, and thrive in that fast-paced environment, this could be the perfect side hustle to explore.
And while we're on the topic of skills and opportunity, we can't forget about the constantly evolving world of web design.
Oh, the possibilities with web design are practically endless. Every business needs a website these days.
Exactly. The demand for skilled web designers is only growing, and the beauty is that you can specialize e-commerce portfolio websites for artists and designers. Even those sleek one-page scrolling websites that seem to be everywhere these days, there's a niche for everyone.
And, with tools like Webflow becoming so user-friendly, even if you're not a coding whiz, you can still create beautiful and functional websites.
It's remarkable how accessible these tools have become, really democratizing the web design process.
So there you have it, a whirlwind tour of side hustle ideas to spark those entrepreneurial dreams and maybe even pad that bank account a bit.
We've covered everything from cleaning trash cans to designing websites, proving that there truly is a side hustle out there for everyone. But I think it's important to remember that while the potential to earn is exciting, the most rewarding side hustles are often those that align with your passions and values.
So true. It shouldn't feel like just another chore on your to-do list. It should be something that energizes you. something that feels like an extension of your interests.
Precisely. When you're genuinely passionate about what you're doing, the effort you put in feels less like work and more like a journey of fulfillment.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Well, yeah.
We explored some awesome side hustles today, but you know what would be really interesting? Hearing from you. What side hustle ideas have you been toying with? Have any of these sparked an idea or resonated with your own experiences?
We're so curious to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and share your aha moments or even those side hustle success stories. You never know who you might inspire.
And hey, if you've had any side hustle adventures successful or not, we'd love to hear those stories too. Sometimes those oops moments teach us the most valuable lessons.
Absolutely. It's all part of the journey. But whether you're a seasoned entrepreneur or just starting to dip your toes into the side hustle waters, the key takeaway here is simple. Take action. It's easy to get caught up in the what ifs and maybes, but turning inspiration into income requires effort, a willingness to learn, and the courage to adapt along the way.
So true. And remember, your side hustle journey is uniquely yours. There's no one-size-fits-all path. But hopefully this deep dive has provided some fuel for that entrepreneurial fire. Who knows? Maybe your path leads to financial freedom, a fulfilling career change, or at the very least, some pretty interesting dinner party stories.
Indeed. And sometimes the most satisfying reward is the simple act of creation, of transforming an idea into a tangible reality. That sense of accomplishment is priceless.
Absolutely. There's something incredibly empowering about taking control of your own destiny, about building something you're truly passionate about. So go forth and hustle, my friends.
And remember, the world is brimming with opportunities for those who dare to seek them out.